Go ahead.
My name's Gary Nicholson and Walter sucks.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog, whatever you want to call it. Just want to follow up over all of last week of racing. Results, things that I did differently during the days, and things that happened and things I didn't do. So first of all, let's start with last Tuesday. Last Tuesday I started out on square armors, yellow square armors. I ran yellow compound all week, so all the tires I'm going to talk about we're all in yellow compound, just because it's been under 70 degrees here. Tuesday, I started out on square armors for the first 2 rounds of qualifying. Car was a little loose. It wasn't undrivable, but it wasn't the best. Ended up switching over to some whips for the mains, and those worked a lot better. I tried in the second qualifier on Tuesday, I tried laying my shocks down a little bit just by moving them out on the arms on the rear, down on the bottom. And it seemed to help a little bit, but not enough. Car was still kind of squirrely, but changing the tires definitely helped. So I've come around on the whips. In one of my initial videos, I said I didn't really like the whips. It might have been a wrong compound situation, but I think I'm really coming around on them. They seem like a really, really fast tire. They have a lot of grip. They have a lot of traction. And when it's in the right compound, it's a very easy tire to drive. I don't remember how I finished last Tuesday. I don't think I drove very well in the main. That's probably why I don't remember. But Saturday was the first round of the Indy RC World Icebreaker series. This year they're doing it as a series instead of as a normal big race weekend because of COVID. And I had the best day of racing I have ever had. And that's even after last year's straight to the A in the Southern Nationals indoor race. This is the best day I've ever had. From the first 2 rounds, I ran 2 rounds of practice. Very little issues there, both rounds. I set TQ in Sportsman E-Buggy first round. I set TQ in 40 plus E-Buggy first round, which that one would stick. Second round of qualifying, I was on a pace in Sportsman E-Buggy to set a new TQ there. The guy who did set TQ set it at a slower pace than what I was running, but I started to make a bunch of mistakes. So I wasn't able to stay on that new TQ pace, sadly. 40 plus E-Buggy, both rounds. I was leading for most of the race, but in the second round, again, had some mistakes, and it cost me not only the win there, but I also had my first ever Deans come unplugged. I've been running Deans since I started on Hobby Grade RCs, and this is the first time I had a battery come unplugged. It actually cost me a lap, so I didn't even finish on the lead lap. That being said, I still maintained TQ in 40 plus E-Buggy, and I went on to get second in 40 plus. I came really close to winning 40 plus too. There were a couple of times I was within a second or two of Donnie Taylor, who goes by Studamac on Live RC. I came within a second or two of him, but because I got excited, I'm within striking distance, I can do this, I can win. I overjudged something, or I underjudged something, and I made a mistake. And I ended up finishing about 8.5 seconds behind him, which to me is a huge deal because he's been racing RC for a long time. And to be that close to beating him twice in the same day is a huge milestone for me. That's great. In Sportsman E-Buggy, I made a mistake early on that dropped me down to probably 5th or 6th. I over-jumped a jump and got caught on some pipes, and I fell way back down. But I was mistake-free after that for the most part. It was after the big front side double, I think it was, on the first lap, that everybody in front of me got kind of tangled up. I came down off it a little weird, but I was in control of my car, and I was able to swing around to everybody and from basically tone to tone, first lap on, I was in the lead the entire time. I don't think I got down. I don't think my lead got in any quote-unquote jeopardy. I think the shortest time between me and second place was about 4 seconds. But every time it got that close, behind me got tangled up and the gap opened back up. So I was able to just drive my car, and I was driving out of my mind. I've never driven that well before, and even people that have been racing with me, have seen me at the track for a while, have all said that's the best they've ever seen me. I had a fantastic day. I couldn't have had a better day. I ran yellow whips all day on Sunday, or on Saturday as you were. The car felt amazing all day. It was super fast. It was super hooked. Just drove like crazy, and it was amazing. I want to take this part of the video to give some personal thanks to people. Aaron Royston, who's been by far the biggest influence that I've had in the hobby. Everything I do, that I try to be at the track, and even off the track, I've gotten from him. Randy Lathrop, for all of your advice. James Titus, for all of your advice, and for cheering me on in that first round of 40 plus e-buggy. Thank you so much, even though I hate you for it, because you were getting in my head, but you cheered me on, kept me down, kept me going, and every time you cheered for me whenever I do something right, it made my day. Thank you so much. That being said, I think I'm not going to run the Sportsman Cup series. I think I'm just going to concentrate on the Icebreaker series and Shaw's. I'm also going to take a hard look at my overall racing program for next year. I'm probably at a point, if my success this past Saturday continues, that I might step out of Sportsman. It's probably time just by age, but I'm probably going to step out of that and step into the, at least locally at Indy, into the expert intermediate realm. It's kind of daunting, kind of nerve-wracking, but I think it'll be good for me in the long run, and I think it'll be good for Sportsman in the long run. Just because I don't want to be that guy that's been running it forever and always wins. I want other people to be able to have that chance to step up and to take some wins, take some TQs that don't normally do. I'm taking that inspiration from Garrett Martin, who just started racing not a few months ago, and in the series he stepped up and he ran expert. But honestly, like, he's one of those guys that has that je ne sais quoi, that's something special, and he really kind of deserves to be there. And I hope to one day even have half of what he has. I don't have the opportunity to make it to the track as often as I would like to be able to get there, but I'm going to get there. I will get there. I will beat you, Garrett. You're mine. You are mine. That being said, I didn't make any changes on Saturday. The car was dialed in. I have a setup sheet saved. I will add that into the description of the video. I will add a link to the tires that I was running in the video, in the description of the video. Got to race against one of my viewers, Lance Tier. You didn't do too bad, man. I'm actually kind of proud of you for first time stepping out into an e-buggy. You did fairly well. I'm going to blame you, though, for my second round qualifying, because you asked me how I do that front side double, and then I started thinking about how I did it while I was racing, and I couldn't do it anymore. Just know that it is kind of a weird throttle situation, and it's again, somewhere between probably half and a quarter, depending on where you're set up. If you feel like you're going too slow into it, it's okay to give it a little bit of more gas before the jump. Just don't carry it onto the face of the jump. Otherwise, your car will do really weird things in the air. We'll be racing tonight. I'm just going to take my 10 scale. I'm going to work on my 8 scale for coming up for this weekend at Thornhill for the Dirt Lone Star Challenge. I'm kind of excited about that. First big race of the year. Also kind of nervous about it. Thornhill, I've only ever been once, but it's a great track. If you have an opportunity to go to Thornhill Racing Circuit in Hutto, Texas, go. Absolutely go. That being said, again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with all your friends. I'm going to do a At the Races video for tonight. I will combine it with Thornhill this weekend. I'm going to be taking everything I've got, and I'll post all of that up probably early next week. Just I don't know what time I'm gonna get home on Sunday. But thanks for tuning in, guys.